The One-Timer, a perfect blend of patience, power, and precision. Tonight, that's all on display in the NHL One-Timer competition. Our All-Stars will take 3 one-timers from each of 3 designated areas, and points will be awarded based on where the puck enters the net. Sneaking in upstairs, get 4 points. Score into those 2 triangles, earn 3 points. Or put it right down the middle and get 2. If a puck ricochets off one of the dividers, they'll tally 1 point. But if the shot hits the bottom barrier, a post, or the crossbar, or misses the net entirely, they get nothing. Each player gets 1 minute to fire all 9 shots. If a pass is not to their liking, they can let it go, but can only get 5 total passes at each location. And if a stick breaks, the clock will stop. Most points win the challenge. Let it rip.
Guest passers for this event. The first overall pick of the 2023 NHL Entry Draft. Number 98 for the Chicago Blackhawks, Connor Bedard. And playing in his 6th NHL All-Star game, the captain of the Pittsburgh Penguins, Sidney Crosby.
So it's the one-timer competition. These are the players who chose to participate in this. Again, these players will pick 4 of the first 6 competitions. Mess, I think the one-timer goal is the most exciting offensive play in hockey. It's explosive. It happens out of nowhere, and these dudes can all bring it.
They can all really shoot the puck there. I look at David Pastrnak and Austin Matthews as being the 2 favorites in this competition. They're all great, obviously, but those 2, to me, are natural goal scorers, and we've seen it all year, the way they can score in many different ways, but their one-timers are some of the best, or maybe probably the 2 best in the league.
And as you saw introduced, Sidney Crosby will be one passer. He's left-handed, and Connor Bedard, being right-handed, will be a right-handed passer. So Elias Pettersson can really bring it. So you're looking for, obviously, to score, and there's different score totals depending where you put it. Each player taking 3 one-timers from each spot on the ice. Top of the circle, now at the dot, that's a post, that's 0 points. Then he'll move to the bottom of the circle. A maximum of 5 passes. You can take a pitch. You're allowed to take a pitch, like in the home run derby.
And you can see Pettersson not really taking a full slap shot. He's more almost like almost a snapshot, but very little backswing.
And that's probably for accuracy?
For more accuracy, exactly.
So 20 points for Pettersson. And again, this is not so much, the hardest shot competition later. That's more about, obviously, miles per hour. This is about accuracy and point total.
Just shooting off the pass. It doesn't have to have a big windup in order to get it off. And this is, to your point, it's all about the accuracy and getting into the top portion of the net to collect as many points as you can.
So Pettersson going first. He's now in the lead. So as you can see our live standings, he's projected with 5 points now. Those aren't truly earned until the competition is done, but McDavid got those 5 in the fastest skater. McDavid not in the one-timers. Pettersson, Pastrnak, Miller, Matthews, McKinnon, Kucherov, Draisaitl, Barzal. So Bedard passes to the righties. Crosby passes to the lefties. So it's Bedard to Nathan McKinnon.
Well, McKinnon, I'm sure, is going to have a little bit of bigger windup there. Not so much, actually.
They're kind of slow passes here to help them gather and snap and go for a point.
Obviously, a pass with a little less pace on is much easier to time and get your good blade on it, or good wood. We used to say in the old days, but you can see McKinnon there, very accurate.
Yeah, that top blue bar is what you're looking for, and you can see he is picking it off.
Yes.
Didn't like that one. Again, you can take a pass.
It's really important for the passer to make sure that puck is coming flat. You can see it rolling a little bit, which makes it a little bit harder, but that's Stevenson.
So he takes the lead with 23 points. Bedard and McKinnon.
Don't forget, these players are looking for that top shelf all the time because they know they got to shoot it over the goalie stick. So when they're practicing this one-timer, obviously in their practices, they're going for that underneath that crossbar all the time.
So Sidney Crosby returns the pass to the left-handed Leon Draisaitl.
Hard to discount Leon Draisaitl when I pick Matthews and Pastrnak, because this is one of the best ones with McDavid feeding him the passes all year long. But we'll see how he does. He's got one of the biggest blades in the league.
Great shot there. These guys will be Olympic teammates with that great announcement today, Mess, that the NHL going back to the Olympics in 26 and 30, and Connor Bedard and Nathan MacKinnon could be line mates one day.
You ask them, every one of those players, if they want to play in the Olympics, they'll say yes. So I'm glad they agreed that they're going to send the players. And it's a great opportunity for every one of them.
Leon Draisaitl, he's probably the king, as you mentioned, of the power play one-timer, getting passes from McDavid mostly. So 23 points from MacKinnon, the score to beat.
Yeah, he gets passes from McDavid all year long, and now he's getting passes from Crosby in this All-Star game.
Pretty cool.
Not too bad, huh?
He only goes top shelf when he's at the bar.
Look at the big long stick he has there. He's got a good angle on this.
Yeah.
Sure enough, that's pretty good.
So 22 points for Draisaitl. That puts him in front of Pettersson, but behind MacKinnon.
Yeah, MacKinnon was eating up that top shelf, and that's where the points are going to be made if you can get it up there. You also risk going over the net. Unbelievable stuff from that angle. Looks easy watching it at home, Bucci, but when you get down on the ice with everybody watching, the nerves are there. It's not as easy as it looks.
What a year for Nikita Kucherov, being lefty once again. He'll take the passes from Crosby.
One of my favorite players in National Hockey League to watch. His offensive acumen is incredible. And
that's what we want, back scratchers. Yeah. That's a true one-timer.
Yeah, he's not letting it. Oh, there he goes.
I think that's what the NHL envisioned with this. It's really, they didn't expect a one-timer to be a bunch of snapshots. Two-pointer there. Got to get those blue ribbons. That's what MacKinnon did so well. A career year for Nikita Kucherov. 32 goals, 53 assists, 85 points in 49 games. He'll take that pass from Crosby.
Oh.
Kuch has got to pick it up here. Yep. So a disappointing 17 for Nikita Kucherov. Oh, looks like it's going to be 19. So MacKinnon holds on to his lead. He's gunning for that 5 points.
That's what happened there. He hit that crossbar at the top there. Didn't get anything out of it.
That's right. Crossbars are 0.
That was unfortunate.
So you see the shooters who remain as MacKinnon looks on. If there's a tie, then they'll split the points. So there'll be 4.5 and 4.5 if someone happens to tie MacKinnon at 23. JT Miller, what a year he's having in Vancouver. The Canucks just got Elias Lindholm. PK Subban sit on the point. He's their team to come out of the West. Of course, the West is loaded.
That was a massive pickup for Vancouver. Lindholm was a tremendous hockey player. Plays a 200-foot game, can play in any situation. Good on faceoffs, good in the power play. Now they got a right-hand shot on that power play already that's been so dynamic.
JT Miller, born in East Palestine, Ohio.
And he could be a little bit of a sleeper in this competition.
Wow. There's a 4-pointer miss from top of the circle.
Yeah, he's shooting with a lot of velocity, too.
Very accurate shooter. Always with a high shooting percentage. Doesn't have to have volume to get his goals.
Well, he's a big, strong kid, and I'll tell you what, he's got a lot of skill that's on display the last couple of years in Vancouver. And I got to know him a little bit when he was with the Rangers. Good kid, plays hard, plays with a lot of power.
So JT Miller with 18.
Yeah, he missed the net a couple on the high, and it cost you.
He doesn't do that in the game.
No, he doesn't.
And now you hear the crowd come to their feet. The greatest goal scorer currently on the planet is a kid from Scottsdale, Arizona, on pace for 70 goals this year.
Amazing. And it wouldn't surprise me if he doesn't do it. But the power and the skill that he plays with is unmatched in the National Hockey League, and he is definitely the league's best goal scorer right now.
26 years old, grew up in the desert, went to a Phoenix Coyotes game and saw Alex Ovechkin score that amazing goal on former colleague Brian Boucher, and he was hooked. I want to play hockey, Dad. And here he is now.
Amazing sacrifice by his mom and dad in order to get him to where he needed to go to play, and look at the results that we're seeing now.
40 goals already this year, again on pace for 70. He needs some blue ribbons to start dancing here in Toronto to match his sweater. Went over and gave Sidney Crosby a high five before the competition began.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to fall a little short.
Absolutely. There is a time limit, but when the NHL kind of went through their experiments, no one really came close. Not
just goes to show you what I know.
They're all good.
My favorite isn't currently in last place.
Yes, he is. Our Emily Kaplan, part of our coverage. She's down on the ice with Tom Wilson. Emily.
Tom, you get to be a spectator tonight. What are you looking forward to most?
It's great. Hanging with the guys. We got a front row seat here, so it seems like a really fun event. And just hanging out with the guys, have a couple beers. We got the night off, so watch the guys go toe-to-toe.
Who do you think is going to win this all?
I was talking to a few people about that. There's so many great players out there. It's I don't know. We might have to take a couple side wagers here and take a horse, but I think Connor's probably the favorite, but there could be some sleepers.
All right, well, if you wanted to give $1 million to one of these guys, who would you give it to?
If I wanted to give $1 million to someone, I don't know. That's a tough one. I guess Nate maybe, because he picked me last night in the draft, so we'll go with that.
Awesome. Thanks, Tom. Enjoy your few beers.
Thanks a lot.
I think he's already had a couple. Barzal out there now from Connor Bedard. Righty to righty. It's not coming in mess that Matthew would be one of these guys who would really want to try to win this title.
Well, I think every one of them wants to win it, obviously,
do.
But it being at home in front of his home fans and all that. Look, this is a lofty title to be named that are the NHL's most skilled player. There's not a player in the league that wouldn't want that title.
Just 13 goals for Matthew this year. Of course, those Islander fans are always screaming shoot when he has the puck. He loves to set up his teammates, and
that cameraman almost took that one off the teeth right there. He better get out of that corner.
I think he took it off the ankle. Ouch. So Matthew Barzal, 16 points, one better than Austin Matthews, keeps Austin in the cellar.
And to your point, even if you don't win these events, you still get points by being second and third there. So every shot counts. Got to hit the net, though.
So our final participant is going to be David Pastrnak. 61 goals last year, 33 goals this year. A one-time machine on the Bruins power play. Got 11 power play goals this year. So he knows what he must do. 23 points to get the full 5 points. Oh, that hits the post. Shot number 1. 2 points. There you go. There's the one he needed. He'll take his time. I think this is smart.
You can see the timing he has on his shots, not only velocity, but just perfect positioning. Adjusts the puck there so that when it's coming to him, he's hitting it right between his legs.
Big 4-pointer there. He's got a chance. 3 more pucks. He can take it.
Hard to get it up from this angle.
Yeah. 18. He's got a shot mess.
That's 21.
Here he knows he needs this one. He got it. 24. He gets McKinnon by a point.
Well, I was batting 500, 1 for 2.
David Pastrnak, one of the league's best shooters, shows off his skill right there. We have breaking news. They took 2 points away from David Pastrnak. Maybe they just got the wrong point total by sight. And upon further review, it belongs to Nathan McKinnon now. Pasta still gets 3.5 because he was tied with Draisaitl. So there's the current standings. 2 events down, 4 to go. We'll eliminate 2 after 6 events.